morning, everybody. In this video, we'll be talking about customizing your Lightning pages in order to display some information that's pertinent to that record when a user is on that record. So what I went ahead and did is I'm on my account object, and I'm going to hit the gear icon and go to Edit Page. Once that pops up, the component that I'm looking to bring in is going to be the rich text component. What this component does is it allows you to surface information based on certain attributes of that record, and allows the users to have some additional talking points or even links to an FAQ document or another external link for the user to be able to reference. So I've got a couple ones that I already set up here. I've got one that looks at the cyber policy field and allows the user to get additional information about the cyber policy. And then I also have one that has an upsell opportunity identified, and it asks the customer if they would like additional information emailed or texted. So what I'll go ahead and do is I'll look into one of these and I'll just try to show you what I did to create this. So first things first, anytime that I want somebody's eyes to go to something on the page, I had to use a bright color, bold text, etc., just so that way somebody goes, okay, wow, I really need to take a look at this particular information about this record. This seems important. So this first one has an ask about cyber policy, and then it has a link to just a sample website about talking points about cyber insurance. And then I also mark this as display as a card. So that way, if I wanted to not display as a card, it can kind of go to the background, or it can remain and having that white text around it. And it really just keeps that page the same theme. And then what I went ahead and did is set component visibility, because I really only want this component to be visible if the cyber cross-sell is equal to true. So that's the checkbox right down here. Now in production, I do have an automation that runs and looks at certain criteria and checks this box automatically. However, since we're in a demo org, we'll just be using this checkbox to control it manually. And then I have a separate one as well. I've got one for upsell opportunity identified. And we're essentially asking the customer if they want additional information emailed or texted. Same thing here, it's displayed as a card. And the component visibility that I set on here was record upsell opportunity field is equal to yes. And so what I went ahead and did is I'll save this, and then we'll go back and we'll see this in action. So as we see here, we don't have any additional information displayed, but as I go in and I click this to yes and save it, now we've got the upsell opportunity identified text. In addition to that, if then for whatever reason it goes into the automation, looks at the cyber cross-sell and says, okay, this is a cyber cross opportunity as well, what I went ahead and did there is I can have both displayed at the same time. So if both are equal to true, I'm able to say, have the user ask about the cyber policy, there's an upsell opportunity identified, and so they have all that information based on their right on their screen based on some additional criteria. On top of that, there is a link here, and if they wanted to talk about some additional points, or if you had a knowledge base article or some kind of third-party information gathering source where you store your information, you're able to actually go and link directly to that. So if the customer were to say, well, what is a cyber policy? What's cyber risk? You're able to actually allow the person that's talking to that customer at that time to have an additional talking points and have some additional information to kind of go off of, whether it be a call script or just a resource to answer any questions. So there you have it. Being able to surface certain information at the time that it's most important and when you're talking to that customer is really easy, and you're able to do it in under 5 minutes. Thanks so much.